Now to how lawmakers in Salem are hearing testimony on a bill that would amend Oregon's rent increase law again.
Yeah, that bill originally passed in 2019. Then it was amended in 2023. But renters say loopholes are driving prices up and tenants out. Joelle Jones went to Salem where she spoke with some tenants.
One woman I spoke with says her rent was raised by more than $500 a month. That's because the recent caps exclude anyone living in a building younger than 15 years old. Those in construction argue these exemptions are needed to keep costs down, while that woman argues as a result, she was forced to choose between raising money for her kids' tuition and moving out.
I had no idea it was going to be so much. It was quite shocking. I immediately knew that I wouldn't be able to live there anymore.
Business owner and mother Judy Ann Wu says because her Tigard apartment complex was recently built, property management was able to bypass the state's rent control law, raising her rent by nearly 15% in December, a total of roughly $7,000 for the year.
I believe in building, and I believe in providing new housing opportunities. But there should be a middle ground where people have some protections and some regulation. I don't feel like people should be able to just jack up the rent to anything that they want.
Wu, one of several tenants joining housing advocates to testify in support of Senate Bill 722. It aims to reduce the number of buildings exempt and ban the use of AI price-fixing software. But advocates for investors and landlords argue the change could deter much-needed development at a time when cities across the state are declaring housing emergencies.
Developers must recoup their investments, and without a sufficient exemption period, they will be forced to have higher initial rents to recover costs more quickly.
If passed, the new bill would keep the current rent cap of 7% plus inflation or 10%, but would reduce the new build construction exemption from 15 years down to 7.
Our office responds to frantic calls from tenants every day at risk of eviction and displacement because of rent increases.
Sybil Hebb with the Oregon Law Center says the state saw 2,000 plus eviction filings every month last year. That number only going up, with more than 80% due to rent unaffordability.
By reducing the new exemption, we will cover an additional 40,000 units, which is approximately 80 to 100,000 Oregonians, meaning more families will have that greater stability, which is of such great importance right now in this housing crisis and this homelessness crisis.
Those opposing this bill argue the use of AI price-fixing tools does not guarantee artificial rent inflation. They also say removing it could lead to a deterrence in development and out-of-state investment. You can find more on this bill at coin.com. Reporting in Salem tonight, I'm Joelle Jones, KOIN 6 News.